It is mighty hot at the minute, and so to distract myself, let's watch some Mob Psycho, because nothing's better than surrounding yourself by electronic equipment and a massive light radiating heat down onto you. But it's going to take a lot more than that to keep me away from the happenings in Mob Psycho, especially with the rebirth of his brother. Shall we check it out? Yeah, that's not a balloon you want to receive on your birthday. I it's not the worst nickname anyone can receive. So I think I found the worst of them all. Oh wow, they've each got their own zone of influence. How like Mob to accidentally create a power vacuum and territorial gang war through sheer almost incompetence, because none of what he did was, well, him wanting to do it, was it? And I've actually taken a bit of a break from Mob Psycho since the last time I recorded it, so it is very nice coming back to it, especially since I'd almost forgotten about this intro. And since the blonde psychic's utter defeat, is he going to become a stalwart supporter and like disciple even? We've seen disciples emerge in other of one's work, so it is very impressive that Dimple managed to come back from being exercised from the particulate level. Exercise it with his fists, or in this case, his knee. Just like his brother. Well, I have yet to even contemplate what the level of his powers can get to. Well, so like the other psychics had different powers. Like there was a pyrokinesis one. So even if he couldn't bend the cutlery, that might not be his speciality. Yeah, definitely take the deal on that one. Practice. I don't really want Dimple to regain any of his power because even his current state is too bad. So now he's possessed him and stuck in a non realm of not doing anything. It's essentially like the brother has possessed Dimple rather than the other way around. So using Dimple as a conduit. Was he just locked himself out of being able to use it? I guess that kind of situations might be enough to stimulate some psychic growth, but still. And do you have any proof of that? Just taking words for it, or your word for it? So, I don't think that the goal of the student council here is to clean up the school because they're just making an army who resents them. Yeah. So, yeah. No, it's not great to realize that's what's fueling your growth, but still, the effects of the in his that twinkly bits there. It's like the translucent effects on stickers and cards and whatnot. No, thanks. It's a shame that his brother didn't learn the same lessons that Mob did. So scary with those rosy cheeks. Is Mob's rule of not using his powers against people going to be broken against his own brother? Does he still have his shaved head? Is he wearing a hat? Is he guarding the Queen or something? The Does Ritz have any ability to gauge powers at all? I do like the different. He's got to protect that wig. Do you like the different effects on the latent psychic power that's being shown? Hmm. Yeah, I don't think there was any shaping of his skull or anything involved. Anyone that is that might be a bit far off what you're selling. I don't think Mob's the kind of person to walk around with a whole lot of money, so. Okay. Is this the whole break it, buy it scheme? Still wouldn't have that kind of money. Probably. Why are you calling out to him? And now destroy the entire gallery for this fraud. Won't have any merchandise to sell. What timing? It was the perfect time, yes. I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of recognised him. So, a fellow conman. No, friend, it looks like you don't realise. Yeah, now you're going to have to pay his medical bills. Oh. Never try to con a con man. extra charge, please. Now you're going to have to pay for his. Do you want to keep fighting, or do you want to back down now? Oh, and he's just going to pass it off onto them, is he? This guy is good in a really dodgy, I don't want to meet him kind of way. Plus, anyone who would actually buy into his bullcrap kind of deserves it. How was he achieving that? Or did he tell Mob to? Oh, it had nothing to do with him. Do you really want to answer that? Well, people who just take advantage of monetary gain, sure. In Reagan's way, is he actually does somewhat help people. It's not quite as bad as the money trap, but still. I don't see happy things in this guy's future. Can't say I'm completely following his train of thought. Is it deserved, though? I mean, sure, some people just see the results. I personally wouldn't be happy with myself, but then again, I have a small amount of integrity. They've found their next target, have they? What are they gonna What are they gonna try to do against the Body Improvement Club? These guys are so far relatively stand-up guys. Yeah, that's kind of to be expected. Instead of being happy with what he had to. Where's your muscle now? So when it comes back to bite him, that's when he decides to call it quits, not when he ruins everyone else's life. Think I understand how his mind works. Oh, it's the other school now. Just say no. Or do I look like I'd be that guy? Of course not. And oh, I thought he was going to be in for more belittling from his brother. You have created a monster. We know that Dimple was never the angel on the shoulder, but wow. there's no real need for him to intervene. He wouldn't know anything about it, but still, maybe you should stick around to see what happens. Some shady organisation. Hopefully it's not the from that awakening laboratory. After seeing the massive improvement in his abilities. You were useful. Are you sure about that? It was at that moment they all realised they fucked up. Usually... Oh. I'm okay. At least now I can see where he's coming from. There's no real agreeing with all of his methods, though. Oh, it wasn't. I kind of thought it would be, who did I think it was? Reigen. That would also be a good conversation between the two of. But being caught out by his brother, and if he manages to realise that Dimple's there as well. I can't remember if I ever thought about, his brother is going to awaken into something and become a madman. Obviously not to this extent. But it makes sense. And well, yeah, they do actually. People fall into con traps all the time, otherwise it wouldn't be much monetary value in trying them out. And yes, the school may have been cleaned up slightly, but if it wasn't going through the proper methods of doing it, you're not reforming them. You're just making them worse, because now they are... Well, they know that the world has wronged them. But it is... Well, I don't actually know if it's scary how quickly Ritsu has grown, because we weren't shown that progression for any of the other Espers, so... But he definitely hasn't had a good mentor in teaching him how to use those powers. Unlike Mob, who's, well, let's be honest, his first, I'm guessing, experiences of true power terrified him. Somehow, though, I don't think that would deter Ritsu. And considering that preview, is he going to have to learn to work together with maybe his brother? Or at least learn to control himself a little, because the world is big and scary, And sometimes there are people much more powerful than you. All I know for a fact is I'm very eager to see what's coming up next. Hopefully you are too. If you want to show me just how much you want to see it, leave a like on the video. And also if you want to jump down below and leave a comment, I wouldn't say no. But ultimately, if you want to actually not miss any future uploads, especially if you're here for Mob Psycho, you may want to subscribe to the channel. I'll do my best to bring them to you. Get yourself some rest so I can definitely see you there.
And if you want to be the light in the darkness, the firm hand on my shoulder snapping me out of whatever dark corner I've gotten myself into, then consider becoming a patron. It's thanks to these lovely people that I think at least going evil will be, well, put off for a few years. So, to Flawdataku, Raywin, Sal, Aegis TR, Denamed 1997, Louis Almanza, Aisha M, Danny Chui, Daniel Jorgensen, ASD, and of course everyone else. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.